Alright there everybody, how's it going? So, today I am here with Billy again.
Yo, what's up everyone?
So, first things first is a random conversation and then we'll go on to the main topic. So yeah, I was thinking yesterday, right, I saw this thing about Mackey's being considered more of an essential business than like going to the gym. Because like they kept Mackey's open longer than the gyms, I'm pretty sure. And then eventually they shut Mackey's and KSI and all that stuff. And I'm just thinking like, is Mackey's really that essential? Because all it is bad food. I know you can get somewhat healthy things on the menu, but I just feel like it isn't essential. The gym, as long as you don't get in contact with too many people and they spray the equipment.
But I think what it is with the gym, is because you're lifting weights and everything, and like your germs are on that like certain object and that, and I think that's where it comes in.
Yeah, but they could just open like the running machines or give you protective gloves or something.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna wear protective gloves. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna sweat at your hand.
But the same principles at Mackey's, right? You sit on the table. I mean, you sit on the chair. You eat your food. You might touch the table, go to the toilet, touch things. You know, get your money out, give it to the workers. The workers touch your money that you've just touched. Then they're touching the food, the plates and all that, and the food. And then, you know, it's sort of the same principle, really. But what confuses me is that Mackey's is considered more essential than a gym. Like when you can still get infected loads.
Well, you can't really buy anything from the gym. I think that's where it comes in. You can't really buy anything at the gym, to be honest.
Yeah, but you can go on the running machines and stuff. And you can buy protein shakes and all that. And healthy food. At some gyms.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
But I don't mind some food places staying open, like Subway, because like you can get healthy stuff from there. Like I always have a cheeky lettuce and cucumber, turkey and ham, all into one. And that's healthy for you. I don't have it burnt. Not burnt, like cooked or anything. So...
Yeah, that's actually really... To be fair, Subway's actually a really good place, although I don't go there very often. Like, when you have it, you can actually enjoy it because it's actually healthy and that.
Yeah, if you pick the right things, it can be healthy. I tell people this is what I have, and they're like, oh, you have that? Why'd you have that? Why are you being so healthy? But it's like, it's a fast food place where they get it done quickly, and if you choose something healthy, you can actually, you know, better yourself a bit physically. Only a little bit, but every little helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, but what do you think about, like, boxing gyms that are opening and just doing pad work?
I reckon they should stay open a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, like specific drills, and they're not touching each other. They have their own pads, their own boxing gloves. They're doing it in New Zealand, this MMA gym called City Kickboxing. They're just doing loads of pad work and specific drills. They can't touch each other or anything. I think right now in England, it's like quite a few people are doing private sessions now, which is good, really. I don't want loads of gyms and people shutting down. That'd be awful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So...
To be fair, I guess gyms are actually essential to people because it'd be like, if some people are like really poor and everything and like they can't afford anything at home, at least they've got the gym, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they can
buy.
buy...
And just on like a low wage and they can only afford to go to the gym, like, say, how much is it a month, I don't know, but like, say they can only afford that a month. Like, I think they should really stay open, but it's just the way the government said anything.
Yeah.
Done everything, really.
I mean, to be honest, and a gym's a good escape for people as well, you know, who are suffering with issues. But even people who aren't suffering with any mental issues, it's good for them as well. I mean, I'm glad they shut the gyms for a bit, but, you know, it's been a bit of time now, so...
I think we're getting towards the end of it, hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, fingers crossed, you know. Do you, like, at least people have got to spend times with their family and all that, because you got to remember, imagine people who are like 40 and 50 now, who have like been working in the private sector for years and years, they start on 20 days off, and then a lot of businesses, once you've worked there for 10 years, they give you 25 days off, but it's like, you're not always going to be able to have loads of time off in a row, like you do in school. Like in school, especially in America, they get like 3 months off every summer holiday, which is mad. Like you do in England, like at the end of school.
And Spain does as well. If it's really hot in Spain in August, I don't go to school. Like mostly May, June, July and August, I don't go because it's so hot. for some reason.
Lucky man, but we've always been stuck with 6 weeks until like the final year of school. That has been such a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
I know some states in America aren't lucky as well and they just get stuck with 6 weeks, but mind you, 6 weeks is a lot better than what most working adults get. So... But yeah, have you got anything else you want to say about this, Billy, or...?
No, just stay safe, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I said in the last video, stay safe, and that's not the subject of this podcast or whatever it is.
Yeah. So the main subject, I will be questioning Billy again about, like, how to stay motivated if people are doubting you and telling you that, you know, you're not going to get anywhere, because I think all of us have had it in some way, shape or form, but the way Billy's had it hasn't really been fair on him, really. But we'll get to that in... Like, other people, it hasn't been fair on other people as well, but, like, some people can actually... I'll explain it later, but the point is we'll explain it when we get into it. So,
So, the first question, then I'm ready.
So, what did you think about teachers saying you wouldn't get far, you know?
Well, really, inside it does, like, really hurt and that, and you've got to realise, like, you know what you want to do in the future, and, like, and them telling you can't do it or you won't be able to do it for certain reasons is really, like, annoying and that, because you have it what you want to do in your head and everything.
Well, in one aspect of that, it's like, you know, no matter how...
I did have a lot of time off through, like illnesses and shit like that, but, like, still, like, they shouldn't still doubt you and that.
Yeah, I was going to say quickly, though, it's like... I'll just say for me quickly, no matter how much... When I was younger, I wanted to be like an astronaut, because, I don't know, Star Trek and Star Wars and Halo.
Astronaut.
Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous. So...
No, you never know, you could be an astronaut. Like,
well, not anymore, it's too late, Billy, unless I went back past physics and just grafted for like a million years. But I don't want to do that anymore. But the point is, when I was a kid, no matter how hard I tried, unless I just focused on physics, I probably would not have become an astronaut. You know, and there are some things which you just can't do, because it isn't just that. Once you get into NASA, they test you on like a million intelligence things to test your mental toughness and test your durability mentally, and it's like ridiculous. Well, the point...
Like, ridiculous things like that, like, yeah, I get it, like, you don't need, like, I get it, like, whatever happens and that, but ridiculous things like that, then, fair enough, like, people can doubt you on them, but, like, things like your career and your job opportunities, what you choose, I think they shouldn't judge you or tell you what you can and can't do, really.
Yeah, I mean, I never told anyone I wanted to be an astronaut for a short time. But if I had, people probably would have laughed, to be fair. Anyway, the point I was going to make, though, is that obviously in extreme situations, you can understand people sort of laughing or doubting you if you say something mad. Actions speak louder than words. At the end of the day, if Sir Alex Ferguson said when he was young, "Alright, laddie, I'm going to be the greatest manager of all time and we'll win loads of world titles." Yeah, exactly. They'd all just burst into laughter. They'd all say, "What have you been smoking, mate? Can we have some of it?" You know.
It's like when people say it does bring you down and it does want to make you give up on that. But like, I had the mentality that I was going to do it, and that's why I had all the college to actually like say to myself, "I'm going to do it and be a better person than what I was in school." Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say quickly that even though you mentioned it, the teachers weren't just targeting Billy for no reason. It was because, obviously, as you said, you had a lot of time off because of illnesses and some small physical issues and etc., you know, which isn't really your fault. It's just the hand you've been dealt, really.
Yeah.
You know, I suppose you could have tried to... Did you have any homeschooling or anything?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, then they...
But that didn't count that on my attendance, which is actually... And I sent work at home that I did as well and sent it back.
I didn't even know you was homeschooled, to be fair. Well, as you had homeschool, then they shouldn't be doubting you. They should say, well, it's a bit daft that you're not coming into school, but well, I'm not saying it's daft, but they might say that. And then they might say, well, so you know, it's your decision, but if you're being homeschooled, then you might be able to get the grades you want to get and get into the position you want to get when you're older.
Yeah.
So,
I guess I see their point of view, but I don't think, even with anybody, like, I don't think anyone should be doubted through whatever they want to do.
yeah.
Like TV stars and all that. Like, Albert Einstein, look at him, yeah. He never had much schooling, but he was the brainiest person you could ever find.
Very true, yeah, he wasn't actually.
Like, no one's doubted him saying and laughing about him. He was the brainiest person alive at one point.
Yeah, but he proved himself, didn't he? You know, a lot of these people haven't proved themselves yet.
A lot of people know, but, you know.
Alright then, so we sort of answered this next one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why do you think they said it? Was there any other reason, do you think, besides that you wasn't off? That you was off a lot? Or?
No, not really.
Okay.
I just think personally, they had something against me, to be honest.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Because before the podcast started, you said a lot of the teachers said that to you, didn't they?
Yeah. I just think some teachers didn't actually like me, and I don't know why.
All I will say here, Bill, no disrespect to you or anything, but usually if it's one or two or three teachers against you and they're absolute idiots and multiple people don't like them, then it's quite possible that you're in the right. But if loads of teachers are annoyed, then, you know, they might be in the right. I'm not having a go, but usually, I'm not saying it's 100% sure, but usually in a lot of people's situations, if it's loads of people annoyed, they might have a decent point.
50% of the teachers did.
Oh, 50%. Oh, okay. I thought you were
50%
suggesting.
didn't. Well,
Yeah.
I just think some teachers just didn't like me, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, then, if it's 50-50, then, yeah, it's a 50-50. Maybe you did something 50% bad and 50% good, and they're 50% in the wrong, but they're 50% in the right, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I'll let you know about this, Billy, in computer science, right? For my final thing, because I had no idea what I was doing, we barely got any help. You was in the computer science, it was really hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just copy and pasted loads of stuff off of Wikipedia about World War II and just put it in all the code in for a laugh.
Did you actually get anywhere?
I think I got like an E for some reason. I was really confused, an E or an F. I was really confused how I got that when it was just all World War II codes. They must have made some sort of game or something. It must have made something if I got a grade. Otherwise, I would have got like a U if that was the case. But yeah, I think I got an E somehow. I don't know how. My coursework must have just been good, or the teacher must have just felt bad for me. Or maybe I did.
Make me laugh.
Oh, I think there was actually like a test for it, and I think I must have answered a few questions okay. Because the coursework.
I know I did well in some of my English and some of my history as well.
That's really good. To be fair, if you're interested in history, you can go proper far with that, you know.
And media as well. Like, I did good in that.
We made some weird films though, bro.
Yeah, we made some weird films, but like, honestly, yeah, like. Media was jokes, man. Honestly.
Yeah, it was one of the funniest things.
If you guys want to see us reacting to our old media stuff, yeah, just let us know.
No, don't. I don't have the footage on me anymore, Billy. We'd have to.
Oh, don't ya? Oh, man.
The only thing I've got is a really small piece of footage, and it isn't really that good. It's okay. It's just a bit weird, to be honest. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the chess club thing or anything. Actually, let's just tell some stories quickly. So, basically, in media, me and Billy just messed around for the whole time, really. We had a third wheel who was, he didn't really have a bit what?
I don't know, it's a bit, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't want to show his face in any of it. So
yeah,
like,
it was a bit difficult.
Me and James just doing the acting and the washing and like performing really.
Yeah, and with all due respect to him, he was an okay cameraman, but I had to give him a lot of advice. I was basically directing it and acting, and he was just cinematographer.
No, I was giving him some camera shots he could do as well.
Oh, was you?
He didn't follow any rules, to be honest.
So me and Billy were directing and acting, and this dude was just a cinematographer. He wasn't pulling his way like acting wise, but hey ho, it's whatever. So
Oh, remember that the chess one was funny when I threw all the chess pieces in the air. And we did that killing scene as well. That was funny. Nah, honestly, if we had the footage, like, it would have been so funny to react to it, like, honestly.
The thing is, when when you're 16 and you're just messing around, you don't really think to back it up. Because I I didn't take the work seriously. I thought, oh, this is just a bit of laugh and jokes. But like, I did back at one piece of footage.
Remember that time? Yeah, you know that the Olympic gold torch guy. And then I kept making it weird and everything, and then
you put I am the one.
And then the teacher goes, "Oh, what? I wonder what goes on in your two heads." And I'm just like, it's just weird and funny.
Yeah. The teacher was everyone thought mine and Billy's were hilarious, but the teacher just sort of looked confused, laughed a little bit, but wasn't really amused.
Shout out to that teacher. I mentioned her name. He was actually a cool teacher, though.
Yeah. He sadly left the school because of new people in charge. Sadly,
yeah.
But he was an absolute legend. It's sort of a shame, really. If we went back to our old school now, there'd only be like a few members of staff who we recognise.
No, they've all left.
What, all of them?
Yeah.
No. Some of them are still there. Aaron told me. One of Aaron's relatives goes there still. Well, he did go there. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't have been there for like a year now.
Yeah.
Oh, so how would Aaron's relative know? So how do you know they're all gone, or is it too personal to mention?
Because basically, that like someone that I know put a list on Facebook of all like the teachers who left. Every single one that we knew left.
Serious?
Yeah.
Even the one I had for maths in the final year who had a go at you and George?
Yeah.
Even my English one?
Yeah.
That is gutting, bro. That is absolutely appalling. You know, the only one who's going to be there is the nurse. She's the only person we'll bloody recognise, because everyone else has bloody left, sadly. Oh, man.
She probably wouldn't even know who we are now.
I don't know, man, because I saw when I worked at the hospital, I saw a substitute teacher, and she recognised me. She recognised I wasn't talking to me for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And who else was there? There was a high-up person who taught him maths. He was a bit chubby, long brown hair, bit of a weird face. I don't want to say his name.
I think I know who you're on about,
Yeah. He was a cool bloke, you know. Cool bloke. Good laugh with people. But yeah, in media, we did this one film, right, where it started off filming the chess pieces, and then Billy was going up the stairs, moving his arms left to right, going dom, diddy dom, diddy dom, diddy dom, diddy dom, diddy.
Why did you do that? Why did you? Looking back at it, why did you actually do that?
I don't even know how we came up with it. To be fair, we wasn't on any drugs, we wasn't drinking any alcohol. We just came up with it naturally somehow. Very confusing and worrying, really.
I think we was trying to make it funny, to be honest. I think all our media project, I think we're just trying to make it funny and our laugh, to be honest.
Yeah, because my attitude throughout school was like, there's so many people there who are just geniuses, and I'm just an absolute dumbass academically. So I might as well just joke around and do my best with the subjects that matter.
Honestly, yeah. For any of you guys watching, yeah, like when people say school was the best days of your life, like you actually do miss school through all the laughs and everything. I've learned that.
I think the laughs we've had at the pub have been better, to be fair, Bill.
Yeah, but like I still miss our school laughs and everything because you just funny.
Not really. It was all. The thing is, I get why you think that. You know, old times might be sentimental to you, but with me, I'm sort of thinking like I'm just thinking ahead, man. I'm thinking of the now and the ahead. I never really focus on the past. I think of good times, but I think I never want to go back there. It's been and done.
No, I don't want to go back to school, like because I hated school. Like I never want to go back,
but you miss the laughs, you mean?
Yeah. I'd just go back for the laughs. Like, I wouldn't go back for anything else.
So you'd like... Imagine if they did a reunion, though, and it was just like a load of new teachers. They do those school reunions. I can imagine school reunions being weird in America, because they do them quite a lot. And, like, I'm thinking all the teachers would retire by now, but I suppose it's like...
Yeah, but all the teachers come back. Like, if we had a school reunion, I think all the teachers from there would actually come back. But I just don't think everyone would get on. I think everyone would start fighting and that. Because it's a school.
Come on, Bill. Bill, people have grown up since then, bro. Come on.
Well, whatever.
Well, not everyone, but a lot of people have grown up. I don't think people would start fighting.
You never know. There still could be I still ate a few people.
Yeah, but you wouldn't hit them, Bill. You can get locked up now for assaulting people unless you defend yourself.
No, I wouldn't actually eat them unless they started on me. But
Oh, you mean like verbal
Yeah,
fighting? That can happen, but you know, it's all. Pardon me. It's all in the past at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah.
I get why you'd be annoyed at some stuff, but it's all in the past. But anyway, so the video was Billy going dom diddy dom, and then I went to the. For some reason, I think Billy was meant to be the villain, and he like waved his fingers over the chess piece. I can't remember. Then we filmed.
Oh no, I killed you off somehow. Like if you remember.
Okay. So at first. No, I remember now. I won the chess game. Then I was like, yes, and you were annoyed. You ran off up the stairs, then I was walking, then I went to the toilet, and I was going to go for a poo, and then the chess piece was on there, and I was like, ah! Then I ran off, and then I was washing my hands, and the chess piece was there, and I went, ah! And then I ran out the toilet. I can't believe we put the teacher's chess piece on the sodding toilet, man. Like, come on.
And then you died, remember, you died in the end, and then there's me celebrating. That was funny, oh my god.
But the next bit, I was running down the corridor, waving my arms, like, I was sort of windmilling my arms really quick while running, and it looked mental. My arms were going faster than my legs. Then I sat down, then the chess piece was on the table, then I legged it down the corridor for ages. Then I sat down, then Billy threw a chessboard at me, and I died. And then Billy was like, yeah! He said something like, I'm a gangster or something, and then it ended. No, you said, come to chess club now, or die!
Oh, yeah, I did remember. That's jokes, yeah, that's actually jokes.
The music I added in that, it was like, the music was so weird, man. But
No, if you remember, I remember mine when I was doing Dum Diddy Dum and I had like some like upbeat music and it was going da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, what the hell, man? And the teacher just, he just said what goes on in your heads, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, we edited it quite funny. But to be honest, on level 2 in media in college, I didn't really take it that serious. I did eventually, because remember you helped me with some of the trailers and stuff I had to do. Yeah. And then on level 3 I took it well serious, you know. I thought I'm going to do the best I can here.
Have you ever got anywhere with it, like, or?
I could go to uni if I wanted to. I could do like a decent film course, but I just was so fed up of education, man. The thing is, I could go to uni anytime I wanted in reality, but I'm just, with film, I'm more bothered about like doing stuff on YouTube, you know, or like maybe acting in a film one day or helping make an amateur film. I'm not really that bothered about like going in the film industry, because the problem is you have to move to the city, like Birmingham, or you have to go to London or wherever. And it's just a load of crap, really.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to move away from the nice, quiet suburbs into the massive, big city and just have to get up, meet up with some people, make a film all day, then go back. And, you know, it's just hard to have a laugh there because I don't really know anyone in the city. It'd just be a bit boring and weird, especially London. It's such a massive place and I don't know anyone. It's like, you know, the thing is, if I was insanely passionate about it, I would do it, but I'm just not insanely passionate. If you're insanely passionate...
Fair play, like, I don't blame you, to be honest. It was like me, yeah. Like, as soon as I left school, well, in school, in the last 2 years, year 10 and 11, I think it is, if you're in America, I don't really know what it is, so if you're American viewers, I don't know when you actually leave school, but, like, for the last 2 years in the UK, like, it's year 10 and 11, I was passionate about mechanics, like, I was actually passionate, like, I'd watch mechanic shows, I'd literally look it up on YouTube.
Have you watched Top Gear and all that as well, and Bangers and Cash?
Top Gear, there's
Wheeler Dealers, that's awesome. Car SOS is great when they restore everything.
Yeah, there's Car SOS, there's...
Grand Tour.
Yeah. I don't really watch that. But,
like, no, it's amazing. It's like a big budget version of Top Gear.
I know, like...
Bangers and Cash as well.
A bit of it, and then...
Bangers and Cash.
And then there's a load more American, what's name, there's... that I've watched and that, and like I've always been into it, and like when I left school I literally thought to myself, this is where I've got to put my foot down and I'm gonna do well and I want to get what I do, like, and I proved everyone wrong. Even some people in my family was like, I don't think you should go in for mechanics and that, like, you won't do good at it, and then I literally proved everyone wrong. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, and now when you proved everyone wrong, I want to take it further so I can prove them even more wrong. So then I can just look back at my life and think, these people ain't doubting me no more. Like, no one can doubt me.
Because your end goal is to have your own mechanics business, isn't it?
Yeah, my end goal is to have my own business. And I said to my mum, I will get it before the age of 30. Like,
Bloody
that's
hell.
my goal.
Bill, that is an aim, that is. Bloody hell.
Like, I am, like, so adamant, like, because I want money behind me and everything, and I know I will do it.
I mean, more power to you. I hope it works out, and I hope it goes well.
If I don't get it before 30, like, I will definitely get it before 40 or 35. Like, definitely.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man. You just need to be in the trade loads and have loads of contacts and know what you're doing.
Yeah, like with me, like, now, like, even, like, me now, yeah, I actually said to my mum, my mum the other day that I actually want to make a book about my life, like, from start to finish. Like, the stuff that's happened, I want to make a book about my life, but I don't know.
It's quite hard to write a book, to be fair, and as you're not famous, it probably won't get anywhere. But you should do it if you're passionate. Go for it. Who cares if people buy it? You know.
Yeah, but you can literally you can make it like if you keep like authors and everything. There's authors that's not being famous and they've got more book sales than anyone.
That's really
Like,
good then.
Like I actually want to do that, but at the moment it's still a bit like I don't know yet.
I mean, maybe if this podcast gets some good clout or anything, you know, one day in years and years to come, you could promote it on here and be like, I've got a book out, and maybe that'd get, like, I don't know, some of the audience to buy it.
That's if we actually like.
If we continue it, yeah.
Yeah, and if we're even friends then, like. 'Cause
Yeah, true.
Some people lose contact at the age of like 30 or 40.
People do drift apart when they settle down and have families, or if they move somewhere else, or if they do other things. Because a lot of people do move to other places and do other things. And
But I do hope that I keep in contact with some of my friends because, like, you know,
yeah.
they're the real OGs and that.
Yeah, you do need a few friends, you know. You can't be going, you know, just for the laughs.
Yeah.
But, anyway, even if I don't know you then, Billy, I will still buy your book for a laugh. I'll be like, oh, Billy, I remember him.
If I do it though, like.
Yeah. So we've already sort of answered, did a lot of teachers say only one or two? That was the next question, and 50% of them said it, and there was probably about, like, I don't know, 30 teachers. What, did it you said it motivated you, them doubting you, didn't it? But it also hurt you a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes, like, even now, like, sometimes, like, all through college, I did want to give up because, like, them thoughts had come back to what teachers said, but, like, I was like, things on the car are actually hard to do, but, like, at first, but if you keep pulling your mind to it and keep doing it, it gets easier and easier, and that's what I've done, like, it just gets easier and easier, so everything now is just easy.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about you doing mechanics, Billy, is that people in the motor trade have told me, like, I've got family in the motor trade and I worked washing cars for a few years. They've told me that a lot of mechanics are just dossers and just doing it for something to do. But I feel like you're passionate, you know stuff about cars, and you actually want to work hard. So with all those lazy people, you can, like, you know, push further and stand out easier.
Some people haven't been to college or nothing. I know some people that haven't been to college or nothing and I'm in the trade, and that's just annoying. Like, it actually is annoying.
Well, they probably did an apprenticeship, didn't they, and they actually worked on the job and learnt the stuff.
Yeah.
Could you fix a car yet then, or?
Yeah.
Easy or difficult?
Probably easy, most stuff, yeah.
Ah, that's good. What
See,
sort?
I'm still in the last bit of college at the moment, so, like, it's still...
But you want to be fully qualified, don't you?
I'm still learning a few stuff, so...
You want to be fully qualified, don't you?
Yeah. That's why I want to get all my certificates and shit.
Yeah, could you... So, because your car you've got... Because, I was talking to a family member about this, I was saying, with really cheap cars, if you're a mechanic and you do it up, can that make it last a long time? And they said, yeah, if you do everything right to it, you can get a great car out of that.
Yeah, that's actually true, yeah.
And my family member told me that you can make way more money, you can make way more than the car's worth if you do it up. So
it just depends, because, like, some of the old cars now are going out, like, some of the old cars we know are going out. So, like, it just depends. like a part could be more than the car, and there's no point in buying a part that's more than the car, so you just scrap the car and get a new one.
Yeah, true. And if it's only like 200 to 500 quid, you're not really losing out too much, you know.
No.
Like, you are a tiny bit, but it's not like you've splashed $1,000 or $2,000 on it.
Yeah.
So, have you drived your new car yet, or like test drived it?
No.
Ah, okay.
It works and everything because the person drove it down here.
Did they say it drove well? Because KA is a good little car, as I said on the last
And
one.
my family members drove it as well, and like it's actually decent to be fair.
Ah, decent drive. That's good then, man.
Yeah.
Does it handle well as well?
Yeah.
What was the mileage again?
It was like 39,000, so it's not.
Oh, that's pretty
not that
good.
much.
That's all right.
That's actually decent, and it was an old woman's car, so.
For a car
she
from
didn't-
2001.
She didn't use it like that much, so it's about 19 years old, so the car is.
Yeah. Anyway, then, next question. Did it annoy you a lot? Like, you felt like you had something to prove?
Yeah, I did feel like there was something to prove, but like, if I look back at it now, I can just go up to her and be like, yeah, I've proved you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's why if you had like a school reunion, I'd just go up to her and be like, you know what, I proved you wrong. Mum loved it.
I'm not being disrespectful, Billy, but some of the teachers that really doubted you were quite old back then, so if there ever was a school reunion, I think they'd either not show up, or they might not be in a physical condition to show up. I mean, hopefully they're great when they're really old, but you know what I mean, like...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And if they come hobbling in, or if they're like really old and I have a walking stick, or you know, it'd be a shame. Or if they're in a wheelchair, you know, you wouldn't walk up to them and say, "Oh, I proved you wrong." Then they'd be like,
I'd have like if they had a conversation with you, then I'd say in a conversation. Then I was like, well, you like doubted me back when I was in school, but like I've done what I want to do.
"What if they're like, what if they're like, who are you?" You know.
No, don't be jokes. No, don't actually be jokes.
I mean, that'd be mad. To be fair, I get why you feel like that, Billy, but from personal experience, right, when I did my driving test, well, 2 times. The first time, my instructor kept saying, "Oh, you're not ready, you're not ready, you're not ready," so I went to a different instructor. Then I had another test booked for August, September, October. 2 months later, then I had a really bad shoulder injury a week before. Or no, a day before, or 2 days before, I can't remember now. Or it might have been 3 days before. So I was really annoyed. Then I had one in January and I passed first time and I was like, yes. But beforehand, one of my mates at the time who I went to the gym with, he was like, message your old instructor and say, "Oh, if you do pass," he said, "message your old instructor and say, F you, so-and-so, I passed." And I was like, I'm not like that though, because if I have a go, I'm not saying you'd say F you to the teachers, but like, I said, like, if I have a go at them, then they've won. They've got to me, even if I've proved them wrong. It shows that they've annoyed me. So I just leave them and forget about them. I don't care what they're doing. Screw them, you know, it's their life.
That's actually true, to be fair.
Get on with it.
I'm not even joking, that's actually, like, true.
Thing is, Billy, all I'm saying is personal advice. People who you've proven wrong, just forget about them, seriously. They're not worth your time. You know, even if you see them again, just don't talk to them. But if, as you say, if they do have a serious conversation with you, then I suppose you can have a laugh with them.
That's what I mean. If anyone like had a serious conversation, then yeah, I would. Not like I wouldn't exactly just go up to them like that. I'm just like, if they ever like had a conversation with me.
Yeah. Did it help you work harder through college?
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Did you prove? I know you've sort of already answered this, but did you prove them wrong in any way? And if, in your opinion, if so, how?
Well, I just said you just strive for your goal, innit, really?
Yeah. So you doing mechanics, getting past the level 1, 2, getting on to the level 3. You've proved them wrong then.
Yeah, and level 3 is a lot harder than like level 1, 2, to be honest.
Yeah, considerably harder, man.
And there's a lot more assignments and stuff like that to be done.
Yeah, like 1,000-word assignments or 3,000 or bloody hell loads.
No, mine's not like 1,000. It's just all on.
Oh,
this, like...
you lucky son of a bitch. Oh right, yeah, I'm trying not to swear. That's not too much of a bad swear word though. Never mind.
You son of a gun.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Did them doubting you obviously I know the answer to this, but I'm just asking anyway for people watching if they've got this far. Did them doubting you make you choose to do something else at college, or did you stick with the same
No,
thing
not really. I stuck to it.
you originally planned? So you didn't have any other plans apart from mechanics then?
No.
Fair
I didn't
enough.
have anything planned because I knew what I wanted to do from the word go.
From the get-go. I mean, a lot of young people, like, right, they leave you... One of my mates, his brother went to uni, got a degree in, I can't remember, but it was a decent degree. Then he just ended up bloody working at the cinema. You know, working at a bloody cinema, which is good for a first job, but, like, he's been there for ages. What's the point of slaving away for 3 years just to end up working in a cinema?
Yep, that's true.
Like, so many people leave uni and either get a normal job or don't know what...
It's like some people see me, you know, like, they ask, like, where I see myself in 10 years, and I exactly know what I want to do, and I just say to them, well, I can see myself probably getting my own business in 10 years' time. And, like, people say to me, what, how do you know what you want to do in life? I'm just saying, because I know what I want to do in life. It's just easy, like, I know what I want to do, and I'm going to get there. I know I'm going to get there.
Yeah. Did any of your family do mechanics to inspire you, or did it just become a sudden interest from, like, TV and...
Not really. He's just like, my dad used to do his own cars and that, but that's about it.
Did you
like,
help...
He wasn't exactly a mechanic, but he did his own cars and that.
Did you help him out a lot and learn some stuff, or...?
Yeah, a few times, yeah.
That's really good. So, yeah... You know, as I say, with a lot of young people, though, they just have no idea what they want to do. Personally, I think the reason why a lot of them go to uni, you should only go if you're really passionate. They obviously go for the loan. They go to get out of the house and become independent and look after themselves for 3 years. But you can do that anyway with a job and you can earn more money, just work mad hours or get some of that pays decent. And then, third one is that they enjoy all the time off and they want to avoid work. Or they think it'll be really easy, or they just follow the crowd and do what everyone else is doing. But some people do it because they're passionate, which is good. That's the main reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, with teachers doubting you and all that, did that make you care less of what other people think? Do you think it like hardened you a bit, or do you still care what people think a lot?
It makes you not care, to be honest.
That's good.
Because once I've got to the goal about the teachers and that, like, now I just look at it and be thinking, like, I don't care what they said anymore, like, it doesn't affect me anymore because I've actually achieved it and they're not in my life and I don't have to see them for the next bloody 4 or 5 years.
Well, you probably... This hypothetical reunion you go on about, I mean, that probably won't happen for, like, ages. That I don't think that'll happen in 4 or 5 years. But yeah,
I don't think we'll never get a reunion.
It's probably not going to happen. It'll be funny. I'll probably go for a laugh, but like, you know, it probably won't happen. Problem is with reunions, you just seem to get like loads of people just lying about their lives and saying, "Oh, I'm the most successful thing ever. Screw you all." You know, and it's like we're not coming here to joke and build big our egos up. We're coming here to have a laugh and a few beers. Next question then: what would your advice be to someone being doubted by someone who's close to them? Or they
well, firstly, just depends what they're being doubted on. Like your theory at the start about being an astronaut and that, like, obviously that ain't going to be like only a few people would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's something simple like a videographer, an actor, anything really, like a builder, bloody Bob the Builder, like anything, or even a voice actress or some shit and getting like loads of money, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't let anyone doubt you. You be you and you do what you want to do.
I mean, if I'm being brutally honest, I've got, even though this is highly unlikely with my knuckle injury, I've got more chance of my knuckle getting better and getting into the UFC eventually than bloody becoming an astronaut. That's how hard it is, man. Seriously, you have to be so smart and have so much patience and just an insane threshold mentally. It's mad, you know. So yeah, you know, it depends what you doubted on. And to be honest, looking on the other side of it though, Bill, I'm not saying you're like this or myself, but some people are just all talk. Like, they talk about something for ages and they absolutely do nothing with it.
Yeah, like, I'm not all talk though.
No, you're not. You're not.
I wanted to do what I've done for, like, how many years now? Since year 11, year 10, so that's like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like 6 years nearly. So,
Yeah. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, a lot of people are just all talk. They love talking about it. They love bigging themselves up. Then when it comes to them doing the thing that they said they'd do, unless there's a really good excuse why they can't do it, they just usually don't do it. Which is sad, really.
I don't like people who big themselves up. Like, it's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah. They should just try and be humble and say, this is what I'm planning on doing. This is how I'm going to do it. That's that. This is why I want to do it. Not just sucking themselves off all the time, going, yeah, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Hey.
Or sucking themselves off saying, oh yeah, I make so and so much money like a week, and I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. Unless someone asks, you shouldn't be saying.
Someone I know, and that's all he ever talked about. Like, oh yeah, I make so and so much money a week. I'll make this. I'm just like, I don't really care how much you make.
Oh, I'll make £100 from my part-time job 3 days a week.
Like, honestly,
You know,
I know in the long run I would make more, double what they earn if they was making 200 quid off.
what were they, a full-time worker or a part-time worker? I thought you mean like part-time people in college who were just.
Even full-time work. Like,
Oh.
I can make double their amount in a week or in a day if
Fair
I really
play to you.
wanted to.
I mean, it's probably just people being a bit daft and a little bit chavvy.
Mechanics are actually well paid money. Like, I'm not even trying to big it up or
Yeah, I
anything.
think-
And that's not the reason I'm doing it. But like, mechanics are actually like highly paid as well.
Yeah, I mean,
so
don't mechanics start on like 20k and then it goes up to 35k or something?
it can go up to about 50k a year.
50 just for being a normal mechanic?
It depends what you do though.
And it depends where you work as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, main dealers such as the Vauxhall garages and like every like other garages.
Yeah, Vauxhall, Mazda, Mercedes,
Yeah.
etc.
I don't know what it is for like any
Toyota.
other country, but like this country, like if you want to get really enough, it's about 50k a year
Bloody
at
hell.
push.
Bloody hell.
And it just depends because you have to start off small first, like, and then you could be a master mechanic, then you can be an head mechanic, and then you can be like, you can be the boss of the place if you want.
How much do you reckon you get if you're the boss of the place?
Probably more than that. Probably like 60.
Bloody hell. A lot of stress and responsibilities, though.
Yeah,
But it's worth it, isn't it, really?
It's worth it. But that's not the reason why I'm doing it. I just want to do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
And it's like a lot of people like said to me like, "Oh yeah, mechanic's a dirty job. You must be
What?
dirty overall." I'm just like, "No, you're not."
That's a bit horrible to say.
Yeah, but look, some people are like, "Oh, I don't want to be mate to you because you work in a dirty job. You do like you
That's so
handle oil and
pathetic.
all that."
Like, mechanics are on
But
50...
I said to them, what a shower's for, that's to have a wash and have a good clean down. We're not always dirty.
Yeah, I mean, 50k is better than most academic smart jobs. Like, not everyone, but...
Even a builder can earn that much.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of jobs, but like doctors and that earn way more. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, say if teachers are on like 22 to start off with, then it goes up to 28 and then 40 if you're the headmaster. You know? Like, I know there's perks with being a teacher, but that is really good money, so I don't see how they can say, oh, it's a dirty job. Probably just jealous. Idiots,
I
man.
think what it is, I just think that's what people think because they don't really know what it's like
Yeah.
or to be in that trade.
You've sort of answered this one already, but what advice would you give to people being doubted in general, not just by close people, just by anyone or like social media or random person or
Don't let
work?
anyone doubt you for what you want to do, and you be you. And whatever you do, just don't big up how much money you make or like how much, like, you know.
Yeah.
Don't like brag to people and say like, oh yeah, I made this amount of money, I made that. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, if you do that, a lot of people will hate you because all you do is bragging all the while.
Mhm. Any final thoughts and opinions?
No, that's all really.
Brilliant then. So the next thing we're going to talk about is KSI versus RiceGum. So do you want to have the floor again, Billy, and say what the beef
Oh my
is?
god, or a beef between KSI and RiceGum is actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
What it all was, the KSI, the last boxing match KSI did against Logan Paul, which Britain took it home and we won. Yeah. Basically, KSI gave everyone else all free tickets and everything. Well, he didn't give RiceGum tickets. Well, ever since then, RiceGum hasn't been very, like, appreciative. So, a couple of weeks back, or maybe more, RiceGum did a track and dissed KSI in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically, now they're just going back and forth. And now KSI's put his what's name out. And apparently, RiceGum's music's better than KSI's, which is not, to be honest.
Okay.
KSI's tracks are way better than RiceGum's, in my honest opinion.
In what way? The beats, the bars?
The bars, the beats, everything, like everything.
Okay, is the video production quality better and all that as well?
Yeah, it is, because some of these, like, he's done a song with Rick Ross, and then he's done with Lil Baby, and then he's done one with Tion Wayne. Like, the production quality on them's got to be worth like 300 or 400k.
Bloody hell.
Like, it's like big names.
As
Where RiceGum hasn't really collabed with anyone that big.
I was about to
KSI,
say, so RiceGum has no celebrity in the music industry then, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
basically.
That's a bit of a shame. Didn't on the drunk podcast I did with Aaron and George, they was going on about, well, George went on about how it was something to do with RiceGum got his girlfriend to sign a contract she didn't know she was signing or something.
No, that's a totally different story. That
Oh,
is.
that's a different kettle of fish. Okay.
There's beef with RiceGum and his ex-girlfriend. Like, that's different.
George was saying KSI just got involved because of that.
No, KSI didn't get involved. It's because he dissed RiceGum dissed him on a track because he didn't give him a ticket to the Logan and KSI boxing fight.
That's all it is then.
Yeah.
Whose side are you on then, Billy, mate?
KSI, I'm not really a fan of RiceGum.
Yeah, he does seem like one of these flexing idiots, doesn't he, really? Like
He flexes on everything, even in his songs. He's like, oh yeah, I've got 30k on my wrist, I've got like 10k on my, like, around my neck and all this. And I'm just like, just stop it. Like, no one cares.
Mm-hmm.
Innit?
Yeah.
Like, no one cares.
Mm-hmm.
Where KSI buys something, he talks about it, and then after that, he just forgets about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like what they do, like, every so often. They do put money towards charity and everything for what's going on right now with the NHS. So, big up to them for doing that as well.
Who's putting money into charity, did you say? Sorry.
Basically, all the YouTuber in the YouTube industry. Some YouTubers.
Just England and British YouTubers, or like all over the
some
world?
American YouTubers have done it as well.
What, helping the NHS or helping their own healthcare?
Like NHS.
That's really good of them, man. Yeah,
like the sidemen, like they're all doing it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to.
They're making merch and everything, and like half of the money's going towards charity, which I think is really good.
Yeah, so is it just NHS or is it going to other charities as well?
Just
or?
NHS at the moment.
Ah, okay, that's good then.
Trying to provide with the PPE and like the protection and like hand sanitisers and all that.
Yeah, they need all the help they can get, to be fair. I bet it's absolutely.
Here's another subject that I want to bring up,
Okay.
Did you see like how much the hand sanitisers was going up for, when we had this pandemic? Like, some people were selling them for like £50 a bottle.
That is ridiculous.
Just to make money. And literally they were buying loads of toilet rolls and doing the same.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I know, like, I'm like, why?
Did people actually buy the 50 quid ones?
I don't know.
I hope they didn't, because that is a total, utter rip-off, man.
I know.
Absolute rip-off. Like, I remember there was... I sent this to an uncle of mine. £50,000 for just one toilet roll. And he was like... I'd rather shit in my hands than have that. I don't blame him. I'd rather shit in my hands as well than bloody buy some toilet roll for 50k.
Or I just wash my hands.
Yeah, apparently some people say they wait, you wipe your hands. Wait, what do you mean? No, we're on about toilet roll for wiping your arse, not bloody.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'd rather wash my hands than like wipe it with like £50,000 worth of toilet paper.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. You'd rather wipe your hands with your arse.
Toilet, like
and
one
then
roll, or just like the old set.
no, the whole set, like one roll, not like loads of toilet rolls.
Oh, that's just what's the point? 50. What the hell, man?
I'm guessing it was just some troll, because if anyone's going to buy that, then bloody hell. Maybe some billionaire did it as a joke, I don't know. Maybe Jeff Bezos. He's gonna be the world's first trillionaire. He might splash out some cash on on some one toilet roll. So, yeah, I mean, it's just weird, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
You know, what else was there? What else was people selling for loads?
The hand sanitizers.
Oh, wait, no, I was just going to say quickly, apparently some people are pooing in the shower and just washing their arse in the shower, apparently. A bit weird.
You wouldn't poo in the shower, you poo in the toilet.
I know, yeah, but it's weird, isn't it, man?
Oh, man, that's disgusting, isn't it?
Hopefully they were just joking, though. Hopefully they weren't.
If we grossing you out, guys, like, honestly, like, it's actually funny, but, like, it's weird.
What's town been like when you've been out then, your local town, bro?
Basically, my local town's, like, dead, and there has been, like, a couple of police officers walking around and just asking people what they're getting.
Oh, have you ever been stopped?
No.
That's alright then.
So, yeah, that's a good thing.
So, yeah, it is quite dead in my town. I've been to your town because it's right next to my town as well, on some exercise walks, and it's also very dead as well, not much going on.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing towns like... I mean, we live in a really nice suburban area, but it's weird like towns going like that, man.
It's so small, especially not our town, because, like, well, technically it is our town, but it's, like, really small and, like, there's hardly anyone there now, and it's just, like... It's like a zombie apocalypse is going to happen or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what I actually... When we first had it and it was just dead, I actually thought that's what it felt like.
Yeah, like 28 days later or Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, like,
or The Walking
no
Dead.
one there. Like, when I went out for like essentials and that for the first 2 or 3 weeks, it was just dead, and I'm just like, there's no point.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I feel like, as much as I like the ball to get rolling again and things to go back to normal, I feel like the government know what they're doing. They're going to keep this on as long as they need to, and hopefully they can ease some lockdown restrictions, you know.
Well, hopefully, like, they said by June the 1st, I should ease some more. But in my honest opinion, I think we should stay in lockdown for at least another month.
Yeah, the thing is, some people were saying, like, oh, we need to wait for a vaccine. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but then the economy's just going to go downhill even more. Like, you know, we ain't going to get no money in the country and that.
Yeah, and then things would be 10 times worse.
Yeah,
so.
That's why I think it's right what he's saying about the work. If you've got to work and you can't work from home, like mechanics and construction workers and stuff like that.
And
like,
salesmen, estate agents,
yeah,
etc.
like, fair enough. Like, they can go to work and that, but just be safe at work. Like, if you can't be safe anywhere else, just be safe at work. That's all it takes, everyone to be safe at workplaces.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you know, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Spar, Asda, they're all taking the safety restrictions, bro. They're all, like, you know, having things up to protect them, and they're in masks and etc, you know.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go in some shops now, they've got that, like, it's like a window dividing people, like, window dividing them from you on the counter.
Yeah.
And then I've got like a square hole where you just put all your stuff in, and then I take it off you and then put it in the bag and then give it back to you. Some people have got them for protection and that, which, you know, but I don't think it'll die off. I just think of it like it will be eventually. It'll just be like the flu and like common cold and like the sickness and diarrhea bug and all that. I just think it'll be like that in the end.
Well, I think some businesses who are struggling will probably, you know, get shut down and whatever. But I feel like with this illness, you know, as you say, it'll probably just they'll get a vaccine eventually, and it'll just be like a bit of a. Hopefully, it'll just 2020 will be a year in history, man, where we'll just be like, it was a mad year
When,
where
when
nothing
I'm about
happened.
73, my grandkids will be like, "Oh, how come you're good at staying in?" I'll be like, "One time it was illegal to go outside."
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it sort of was. You couldn't go outside for much. You could go on an exercise walk and do what you do, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can wrap up nicely there. Bill, have you got any points you want to make? Any final points? All right then.
As I said in last video with the mental health and that about during this time, like tough time and everything for everyone, just try and stay safe and just go to shops for essentials or whatever, and then just have your daily exercise if you do, and just keep safe really.
Yeah.
And then remember, just don't let anyone doubt you, and you be you. And even in this time, if you want to do something or learn a new hobby, this is the time to do it. Just learn something new now. Innit?
Well.
So that's it really.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one, watching and listening. See ya.